Audacity is free sound editing software that we can download from the internet. It's not obscure software we should avoid. It's safe and reliable, and most PTE AV Studio enthusiasts use it or have used it at some stage. If you're a standard license user of PTE AV Studio, Audacity can open up sound editing for you. I've used it for many years, and I'll link to the Audacity download page below. So here we have Audacity launched on the computer. I'm going to go to File at the top left and import a little bit of audio that I recorded a few seconds ago. That's what I'm looking for, and we'll open that. Now what I'd like to do is to play this recording so we can hear how it sounds and what it says, but take particular note of the silent areas at the start and at the end, because that's the area we need to deal with. Audacity is a multi-track sound editor that can do quite a bit more than just reduce noise in our commentary. We can use it to record our voice too, and much more if we have the need. For Audacity to be able to remove the noise, we first need to locate a few seconds of our recording when we're not speaking. Well, we've got that at the start and the end here. Audacity can then recognize that background noise so it knows what to remove. Now, I generally leave 3 or 4 seconds of silence in front of the very first recording that I make. Now, in a recorded video like this, and depending where you're listening to it, you may have difficulty hearing the noise, but we can actually see the noise in the WAV file here. But we can see it in a different way. If I put my cursor right at the end there and I press play, look at the green bars, which really should be static. So there we can see what we need to remove. So the very first thing we need to do with the cursor selected is to highlight a portion of that noise. Just click and drag as per normal. So we need to go to Effect and select Noise Reduction. Once we do that, step 1 is to get the noise profile, and that's why we've highlighted a period of silence at the start of the WAV file. Now we need to highlight the entire WAV file. Control A is probably the best way to do that. And then back to Effect, Noise Reduction, and we can run it. Now it's going to be extremely quick here because we've only got a small file. But already, if I put my cursor up at the front there, you can see that most of that noise is gone. But we need to listen to it and see how it sounds. So with the cursor at the start, I'll press play. Audacity is a multi-track sound editor that can do quite a bit more than just reduce noise in our commentary. We can use it to record our voice too, and much more if we have the need. Seems to have done a pretty good job. Now, while it's not always necessary, if you do want to remove the silence from the start and or end of a sound take, just click and drag with the cursor and hit the delete key. It's pretty quick and simple. Once we've done that, we need to export the sound file into the project folder we're working on. And we'll find that in exactly the same place as where we imported the file to start with. So there's the export. We can choose an MP3 or a WAV file, and I believe when we choose MP3, if that was our choice, we do get some options for quality. I've always found the default works pretty well for me. Audacity is very similar to PTE AV Studio, and it will save 2 types of files. It'll save our working project file, which could be a multi-tracked piece of audio, but it also will save or export our final MP3 or WAV file, which I've just done. So don't be too surprised if you went to close down Audacity for it to ask you if you want to save the project. Different thing to saving the file. Now, one final thing, if we were working on a project in PTE AV Studio and we had 20 or 30 of these audio takes, it would be quite tedious to deal with the noise. See our 5-minute video number 20 on voice recordings, because once you've made your project, you can stitch all of those files together and then deal with them in Audacity as one file.